why don't we start out first docket or first line of order here. Let's pull up. I want to read to the Mcbroom versus Gibb press conference, the second one. Let's go to right here.
Put the ball back. Put the ball back. Sorry. There's been so much speculation about where you were going to sign, where you were going to come. You're about to pick your opponent for the quarterfinals here at the Kingpin High Stakes Tournament. This is the moment you've been waiting for. How are you feeling about solidifying your next contest?
I'm excited. I want to pick the ball.
I'm being told to slow you down. I'm being told to slow you down. Okay.
I could see the tension when he was walking. I was giving his death stare to all the men.
Let's go. Let's see how good he is at opening a ball.
Look at him.
And also, I just want to say real quick, it is very inventive of Gibb. And I didn't quite touch on this too much, I don't think, in my Kingpin video that I did. But it's good on Gibb for trailblazing a path for himself. Because regardless of what you think, I got some comments on that video saying, oh yeah, well, the other promotion, Misfits, is letting these guys come in and perform, and it's not always going to be like that. Sure, I'll grant you that. But it's really, really good competition. It's going to keep the scene fresh. I just can't understate how good this is, how healthy this is for the scene and for Gibb. Because now, he could take his past, for instance, obviously, we know that this is the Gibb versus Mcbroom 2 press conference. He could take that fight, the first fight, and swing that marketability onto this new Kingpin boxing type tournament style. So huge on Gibb's part, man. Very, very, very smart decision. Excuse me.
Here we go. It's harder than it looks.
So he's going to get Mcbroom.
My opponent is...
Also, shout out to them for using, what is that, like an Easter egg?
Let's see how good he is at opening a ball.
Look at him.
It's like yeah, it's like sort of the same system as an Easter egg.
It's harder than it looks.
My opponent is Austin Mcbroom.
Oh! The rematch! The rematch!
Careful with that music. Before being interrupted. Ah, interesting. What's up? I'm Pablo Balloons. I didn't know there's so many people in here, man. What's going on, guys? I thought I was alone in here. I thought it was an echo chamber. Careful with the music. I appreciate it. But I don't think they're coming for our channel pretty heavy. The marketability of that fight is there. Personally, maybe I'm a little bit too much of a casual, but I don't really... I'm not really invested in the rest of the fights like that, This is the money match that we want to see.
Guys, I just want to keep you guys a little bit apart for a second. Gentlemen, this is a gargantuan quarter-final contest. Austin, a lot's been said. You, the mystery person tonight, you've literally just announced yourself to the world in this tournament, and you've picked the man who you said humbled you in your last contest. What are the emotions right now as you know this man will be facing you in April?
Fair play to Austin Mcbroom.
I think now, thanks to him, my motivation is different. So, hey,
taking that loss in the chin.
matchup.
Literally, he got chinned.
Now it's here.
And Anderson, we talked about Austin talked about his health in the first fight, that perhaps things weren't optimum for him. Is this now an opportunity for you to prove once and for all, to put any of those conversations to rest, or do you feel you've done that?
The biggest difference in this fight is that healthcare is free. Yogi is going to be clapping for the NHS, so get ready for this fight, and you're getting smoked. You are getting smoked.
And Anderson, you could have picked any number of fighters. When you were thinking about this tournament, thinking, hey, this maybe would be my preferred journey to victory, was this man who you wanted to face first?
This makes sense. He made his complaints. This is time to prove yourself, but it's going the exact same route. I've got better IQ, you're getting smoked, and it's repeating. You haven't got no easy fight coming in. You're facing me, and you're getting smoked, bro.
I thought his IQ in the first fight, as I said in the video, was actually really, really good. Right? It was Mcbroom who kind of came in a little bit too wild and was leaving his chin exposed. I thought personally, from watching that at least, that was what I gleaned, was that Mcbroom had him early. And that's why I do think that this second fight does have the chance to be very competitive, because if Mcbroom's not lying and he did actually have health issues coming. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, guys. Bear with me here. Health issues coming into the first one. I don't see any reason why this one couldn't be competitive as well. But I forget who was it that commented on that video. It was let me see. I got my phone here. Boom. It was... Someone had commented it's the same night as... it's the same night as Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. So that's gonna that might nuke its popularity a little bit. That might nuke its scale a little bit, but still though, a really, really marketable fight. A very, very marketable fight. I like this one. And I think this is kind of going to be the to this point, this guy, I don't know who he's doing in the interviews. I feel like I could do a better job. But he is right. Like, this is the second fight. It's a fight that people want to see. And it's a chance for Mcbroom to kind of prove himself and say, okay, hey, the first fight, maybe it was a little bit of a fluke. Again, he knocked Gib down early. He didn't fight badly. He fought badly towards the end of the contest. I felt he got a little bit overzealous. Also, shout out to Lab Candles, Midnight Orchard. Very good candles. I like lighting setting the mood, the scene a little bit here. Even though it's like 3:49 in the afternoon, just setting a very sensual vibe here alone in my living room. But let's continue. Of course. No free advertisements. Okay.
How much this is a high stakes tournament. That's the name of the tournament. There could not be a higher stakes matchup for you in this first round than this man. Does that up the ante even more?
Versus Garcia, yeah.
Not really. All I gotta say is you won't get lucky again. I won't be sick. So, good luck.
I hurt you with every shot.
I wish you the best of luck.
Straight.
I wish you the best of luck.
I hurt you with every shot, bro.
I wish you the best of luck.
You were suffering. That everyone was screaming for you. What's happening to him?
Hey, the thing is, I could have postponed the fight. But I took an IV to get out there and fight you.
You cheated.
I took an IV.
You cheated.
I took an IV to be able to stand.
You cheated. You're a cheater.
I took an
and
IV
you still lost.
to be able to
and you still lost.
to be able to stand up and fight you.
Stand up and fight me. You're out
so,
on the ground.
Again, you will not get lucky again.
So yeah, he definitely, and also unpopular. Look, you feel like they will struggle to find the eighth person. If they don't do it, definitely won't be an English-speaking creator. Yeah, that concern that I saw. One of the comments on one of my videos was that it would be hard to find creators mixing in with Misfits, and that in the future Misfits wouldn't allow the kind of cross breeding with this promotion. But that's kind of, you remember, I think Misfits might even still be kind of having this problem where I'm just checking that everything's good. Checking where it's kind of like right now, and I believe this to be true, and you guys let me know if you agree, that you have to strike this interesting balance where it's like on one side it's the influencer side of boxing, right? And then the other side is the actual athlete part of boxing. Guys that could box versus guys that could sell a fight. And you want to kind of, I feel like, strike a balance right in the middle, but easier said than done. So it's just always going to be a problem, man. Both finding talent and then also finding talent who could both box and sell a fight. Never going to be easy.
No.
Bring that same energy, baby. Bring that same energy.
The mask. Get ready. Wear that.
What did he just hand him?
Again, I wish you the best of luck.
They definitely, you know what it is? It's to your point, Balloons. They definitely had this pre-made and ready to go. I mean, they'd be stupid not to make this the fight. But then also, not finding this eighth person, what's going to happen after? Right? Is Gib a large enough? What do you have it at on YouTube? What do you mean? What do I have my mic level at? What's your stream latency settings when you stream? I follow the recommended stream latency things.
This is your next quarter-final matchup. It could not get any bigger in this high-stakes tournament. Anderson Gib versus Austin Mcbroom. Redemption.
But yes, to your point, it's going to be tough to find talent for Misfits. Misfits might, because they're kind of like the guys leading the scene. They're almost the UFC of influencer boxing. It's going to be easier for them, but for these guys, yeah, another kind of upstart influencer boxing promotion is definitely going to be a little bit more difficult.
Increased the viewership for this tournament massively. and especially it's the first. It's the first of. Oh my gosh, it's insane.
We're getting that in April. We're getting that in April, guys.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
What an
That's why-
absolutely.
That's why I thought that Deji was going to be a part of this. I kept seeing Deji up there on stage. I think in the video I incorrectly assumed that Deji would be a part of this.
Austin Mcbroom.
Be a good signing though.
Mcbroom.
Deji could box,
Talk to
man.
me. What did Anderson hand you over there in the face?
And Deji is a guy I feel like that doesn't even need to talk that much. He kind of just sells a fight with the legacy that he's brought with him.
Color to that.
And it's a mix. Listen, it's a mixed legacy. It's a legacy that has its ups and its downs, but he's a guy that's kind of easy to root for because he's had those peaks and those valleys. And that's a story that makes a really good, well, build up for a fight, right? I can't remember which fight it was. I think it was with Fuzi, where there was that narrative going on, and the narrative was kind of true, where he had his back to the wall. Might be the mystery opponent. Could be. His back was to the wall, and he had to do something. You know, it's the same thing with TJ Dillashaw when he popped. I don't know if any of you guys watch a ton of MMA, but a lot of guys despise TJ because he was taking steroids. I mean, that's a really slimy thing to do. And then, boom, makes his comeback all of a sudden. People just love an underdog. So Deji carries with him a lot of that baggage, and I think that's what makes him such a marketable athlete. But you're right, it could be the mystery opponent.
One in the crowd said it perfectly. 5 knockouts. That's exactly what I did. I'm out of 5 fucking knockouts.
Oh my days. Austin, what happened? What happened in that third and fourth round there in that last fight you guys had?
What do you mean what happened?
What happened? As in,
It's a good
what
question.
happened to your game plan? What happened?
Got sloppy.
I think everybody saw what happened. That's in the past. I'm focused on it now. Everybody tune in April 22nd.
April 22nd.
Yeesh, not a good look when the guy that's the main draw is like, yeah, April 20, yeah, April 22nd, right? That's more, yeah, okay, cool. You got to get all that down and checked beforehand. That is such a bad look, dude. That's like almost like me when I come into a video and I get something wrong, because it does happen. It's just such an unprofessional optic to have that happen.
Is this going to be a round 5, a continuation, more of the same?
He didn't want this soon. I called it just before. You're going to see me next. That's who you're seeing. You're seeing me next. So we're fighting. Get ready for that. You and Yogi and whoever the other tall brother is, get ready. Get ready.
Now, Gib,
ready.
Obviously you won the last one, but I saw you throwing some punches over here and asking me some questions. So how
Shout out
do
to
you
Face
think
Sensei.
I said, what was your favorite knockdown that I got on him?
Sensei would be a good signing.
Was it the left hook, the cross, the body shot? Which one
Messing
was
up
it?
dates.
I
Yeah.
gotta say left
I know
hook,
Jake
left
did it
Left
twice
hook,
against
left hook was
Woodley.
Bad boy, right?
Yeah.
Mcbroom, which was your favorite?
Gotta love the Jake Paul
I dropped you in
lead
the
up to a
first
fight.
30 seconds.
That was a light one.
No one
bro.
talks
You got
about that.
knocked
I
out.
dropped you in the first
You're in
30
hospital.
seconds.
You're in
That's
hospital.
true, though.
Fried chicken.
Again, I'll say it. There's a few more people in here now. I mean, there's definitely a solid route to victory Mcbroom here. For sure. He literally, all Mcbroom needs to do is just keep his composure. Because at the beginning of that fight, man, he was staying behind his J. You know, he was coming forward, but it wasn't towards the end. I think it was the knockdown that he got over Gib in that first 30 or 50 seconds. It actually went on to kind of hinder him and not help him because he got overzealous. He forgot the game plan. He forgot his fundamentals. And then his shots weren't as sharp. They weren't as close, right? They weren't as technical. And then he just started to boom, 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 come forward, as I said in the video, not moving his head off the center line at all. And Gib, just with his excellent timing and counters, boom. I rated that response from Austin. Let me just see. I have to see.
The left hook, the cross, the body shot. Which one was it? That's what
I gotta say left hook.
The left hook was Bad Boy, right?
Yeah.
Mcbroom, which was your favorite?
I don't know. I dropped you in the first 30 seconds.
That was a light
No
one.
Yeah,
one talks
yeah,
about
yeah.
that. I dropped you in the first
a good
30
response.
seconds.
You're in hospital. I was eating fried chicken.
But you know what the problem is too is like when you're going up against a guy like Gib that knows how to talk, that's got to be tough. To be as naturally, because Gib is a natural guy, and that's important in any combat sport, but especially in influencer boxing because it plays more of a role than regular boxing or MMA. It's kind of one of the backbones, and you could make the argument, sure, that in MMA, a guy like Sugar Sean O'Malley, a guy like Conor McGregor, right? They take the sports to new heights because they do. Like the Conor McGregor era in the UFC was second to none. And then you have Sugar Sean. He got himself, one could argue, a title because when he challenged not Marab, excuse me, I'm thinking about the guy that fought Piotr Jan. He was number 11. He was the best trash talker in the game. Yeah, he's fantastic at it. When he fought Jan, he was 11th in the rankings. Jan was 1. And you'd be crazy not to say that his outside of the cage trash talk didn't have something to do with that. 100%. I mean, he's a hell of a fighter too. He could fight, right? We could even pull up Sean O'Malley highlights and we could just spend 30 minutes watching those because the guy can fight, but he's just naturally charismatic. And that's the same thing with Gib. Gib has that same mix of natural ability, and because he's a content creator, he just has that natural ability to talk and be charismatic, even more so than some of the other creators here. I think also Sal Poppy kind of has that to a lesser extent. Like Sal Poppy, I feel like a lot of his draw, and it's funny too because we could maybe even go over some of the comments I've gotten in that Sal Poppy video. Got a lot of people, not to make a pun, salty, but Sal Poppy, I think his draw, you get like a mixture. Sal Poppy's draw is more the fact that he can just flatline people with his counters, you know? But Gibbs got that nice little mixture of both.
Now, Gib, we don't know the mystery fighter. I got to ask you, who would you like to see step in to be the mystery fighter?
Get the best from Misfits. Bring them down. Slim, Pappies, bring them in. Bring the best. Because I'm collecting these Misfit fighters. I'm coming to collect all these lot as well. So we're going to see. I'm going to prove that I'm the best pound-for-pound boxer out of these lot.
You heard it.
Oh my days! Listen,
Austin, I gotta ask you. This is your opportunity for redemption. I saw your face light up when Gib announced that you're the opponent here. Again, I know.
Vibing to this background music.
I know you're. That's right. Yeah, you're not fighting in your hometown. You're fighting away in London. Here, you're fighting out here.
That might be CTE, man. Faye said he might have a little bit of CTE. The way he just paused there.
Opponent here.
Wait, let's see.
Again, I know you're coming to this. I know you're.
Yeah, for sure, that's CTE. Sal Poppy is becoming better at using his nationality. Dude, and that's the thing, Balloons, is if we go to the video, perhaps I could pull it up in another tab. But I think it was Leon that first said Poppy would be it. Poppy did. Us Mcbroom looked a little nervous when he got Gib. I would be too. I mean, Gib has shown in that first fight that he's got pause. And obviously, I think Gib, once he gets you fighting his fight and he has you on that downward slope, it's never. So, of course, Mcbroom probably has PTSD from that first fight because he was this close. You know what I mean? Like you make the joke of, and I know I'm going off on 100 different tangents here. We'll get back to Sal Poppy in a second. But if you talk about that funny expression where it's like you reverse it, I think it's clutching defeat from the jaws of victory. Like that's exactly what happened that first fight. It's exactly what happened. But to your point about Sal Poppy, Balloons, all of the hate comments I got on that, and it's not, again, this is how I know. If someone really critiques my videos, really critiques it, I don't have a problem. In fact, I invite that. So, for instance, one guy on that Sal Poppy video said, you should pay more attention to the footwork. I was like, absolutely, I should pay more attention to the footwork, right? And then I made that adjustment for future videos. Some of the people that were talking on my videos or commenting on my videos were just in there saying, you should fight Sal Poppy, until then, shut your mouth, acting like I have 500,000 subscribers. And it's funny because I don't want to be that guy that's like a clout demon or a clout goblin. But Sal Poppy saw the video. So he saw it because I know a guy, he does an MMA show, he knows Salt, and the guy had sent him what I had said. And Salt actually liked the video. He was like, it's a really good video. You know, he disagreed with some of it. He said, I'm a little bit more tough than the guy's giving me credit for. But it was fair enough. I was like, awesome. And it's just funny because so many people, I think it is that pride. And it's not a bad thing to have pride. But a lot of people got really pissed at me. Really pissed. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have gone back to that video, but a lot of people want to see me versus Sal Poppy for the the international title, the international influencer title. maybe when I have we're at a humble 119 subscribers right now. I do have high hopes for this channel though. I think at some point we'll be able to get Saul Poppy in for an interview. We'll be able to get in guys like Dylan Dennis, all those guys, man. We'll get to that point. And I do also appreciate you guys. Of course, the early adopters of the channel. My love goes out to you. Without you guys, wouldn't be possible. But yeah, very funny seeing that I pissed off a lot of people. I think also it seemed like a lot of people mistook that for me being a hater. Loved up, 8th fighter confirmed. Yeah, I just rip off my shirt and I'm just like, ah. I have been training, dude. I messed up my shoulder last night. I was rolling around for jiu-jitsu. It's killing me. But yeah, man. Just so funny how people, I really seem to have pissed people off. All right, let's finish. Oops.
That's right. Yeah, you're not fighting in your hometown. You're fighting away in London here. You're fighting out here in the UK. So is this more than just another fight, right? I saw your video where you said that it took a lot for you to come back and make a decision to fight, and now you get Gib. You get an opportunity for redemption. Does this give you extra motivation going back into the gym? You give an extra energy when it comes to training. You get your opportunity to get that rematch.
Yes and no.
I couldn't even follow that question.
Like I said, thanks to Gib, I got more motivation now. Shout out to Kingpin Boxing for giving me the opportunity. And I'm not playing no games, man. I'm ready.
But that was the press conference. Guys, let me know what you think down in the chat. Interesting stuff. Gonna be definitely excited to watch that fight. I'm gonna use my totally legal streaming service, of course. Which, by the way, Balloons, I figured out since we watched the Jake Paul fight, figured out some more viable options, something that doesn't skip every 5 minutes. Probably gonna dual stream. Maybe I'll do a fight companion for both of them. Dual stream both the whatchamacallit, Gib versus Mcbroom 2 fight, and then Davis and Garcia. That should be a fun night of fights, man.